Hey there, and thanks for coming back. And so now, welcome, and thanks for paying your dollar to get started. If you're at this video, it's because you've paid your dollar, you paid your buck, and you're probably very curious. What's this all about? What have I gotten myself into? I had a lot of those things too going through my head when I first got started, and it's a little bit unnerving when you even pay a dollar and you're not sure what you're doing. But I want you to be rest assured that this next several minutes, I'm going to walk you through all the different steps. I'm going to kind of put your mind at ease, because everything, I think if you're like me, you got to be in a system and you got to be A, B, C. If you're jumping around and you're doing A and then you go to C and then D and then back to B, it can be a little bit unnerving. So just rest assured that we're going to walk you through all those steps, one step at a time, and you can go as fast as you want. Now, a little bit about me. I'm Dan Cheadle. You probably know that I'm a real estate agent or broker. Been in the business for a number of years, and I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. I've even had businesses when I was in high school. I still have classmates that remind me of some of those first businesses. Kind of crazy, actually. Um, I owned a successful retail chain in Grand Rapids, Michigan, in the 80s, and was very successful at that. Even as successful as I was, and I'm sure you're experiencing in any business that you have, or that if you're in a business right now, that cash flow can be a real pain in the butt. Even when you're a successful retail store chain, you got to pay people, you got overhead, you got rent, you got leases, you've got inventory, you've got shipping, you got all these different things, utilities, and so these bills just keep hitting us, and we sometimes have cash flow issues. And so if that's one of the reasons that you're here, you've definitely come to a great place at probably what I say is a great time. So but I've been an entrepreneur most of my life. um, let's talk a little bit about you just for a second. If you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, you might have a pizza shop, you might have a salon, you might have an auto repair or oil shop or brake shop. Again, cash flow is always going to be an issue that everybody has to talk about, because it's, you know, and if you look at, if you're making a lot of money, then maybe you're in the wrong place. Maybe this is not for you. But I can tell you right now that for 97% of the people that are out there, you found a awesome opportunity that can really take the edge off from cash flow issues in your business. So really excited to talk to you about that. Um, let me move towards a couple things here. Here's what you can expect. And we're going to just run through that just real quickly. Number one is, it is critical that you're watching this video, and that's great. Here's what I need you to do is, before you do anything, is get your ICB checkbook printed out, get it downloaded, get it printed out. And if you don't have it, if you haven't done that yet, I really encourage you, before you get too far into this video, to get a hold of your sponsor and say, hey, I need to get a copy of my ICB checkbook. They'll email it to you. You can print it out. And that's critical, because the ICB checkbook is the key to everything that we do. We'll talk a lot about that as we go through this video. So it's really important that you have that done. We have an amazing lineup of opportunities that you're going to be able to participate in, that, in my opinion, as we go forward, these opportunities are going to be life-changing for tens of thousands of people, if not millions of people. And we get to be on the front lines of a lot of these opportunities. One of those opportunities is a $13 billion investment company that pays us and rewards us for helping them get more clients. And it is like, the system that we built here is remarkable. And we're going to talk a little bit about the founder who built the ICB Super Center, and we'll get into that in just a little bit as well. We have a guy that is participating in our program. I've been told that he's worth somewhere in the vicinity of around $25 billion. He's the founder of, if you may have heard of this, is the 5-hour energy drink. Well, he is participating in our program with a whole new launch that we get to participate in. which I think again is just a remarkable opportunity. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Um, the healthcare industry is going to start to change because of a product and a promotion we're going to be rolling out. Blue Cross Blue Shield, look out, because there's so many better opportunities out there for healthcare plans for families, whether you're single, whether you're newly married, whether you've got a family, a young family. If you're in the healthcare industry, you are actually at the top of the list for high risk for insurance companies. That is why you have such a high deductible. And we're going to see that change with a program that we're going to be rolling out. Just brace yourself. This is awesome. Um, there's an investment company that we are participating in, which is a huge opportunity, and it gives us compounding returns on our money daily. We're going to talk more about that as we go. So what I want to do now is I'm going to do a share screen, and I'm going to walk through a PowerPoint because it's going to be the easiest. This is going to be the easiest way for me to do this, is just to walk you through things. So bear with me just for a second. I'm going to pull this up, and there we go. We're going to do the start from the beginning. So again, hey, welcome to the ICB Super Center, and I'll be your presenter today. And again, I'm Dan Cheadle, as you know. We're going to go through a few things in far as getting started. We'll talk a little bit about the founder of this program. We're going to go over your profile, how to set it up, managing your account, opportunities, the ICB checkbook. We're going to go over that a little bit more in your step one in terms of getting things rolling. And we're even going to talk a little bit about understanding how ICB works, and of course, meetings, webinars, and weekly. Excuse me. So Jeff Evers is the founder of the ICB Super Center, started this a number of years ago. Jeff, being a lifetime entrepreneur, just like many of us that have had many businesses, and I have too, cash flow is king, right? Cash flow is always going to be a problem. Even if you're trying to run a house, I like to tell people this, even if you're running a household and you've got a family, cash flow is a problem, isn't it? We don't always have enough. I always like to say we don't have enough month at the end of the month to pay our bills. So once the internet got here, Jeff understood that he had some tools and he had these ideas that he could put together into a system that would allow entrepreneurs to start getting involved in this opportunity to generate cash flow. And since Jeff has done this, the success he's had with this program has been amazing. He's helped multitudes of small business owners revive or expand their business with the tools that he built in this IB system. And so you are about to see that. We're going to roll through that with you. We do have opportunities each week where we do meetings. And once in a while, Jeff may pop in and say hi to us. And so we'll certainly give you kind of a heads up on that as things develop. So logging into your system, this is the very first thing that you need to learn. Is you're going to want to go to iwebatool.com/member login. You'll see the first red arrow at the top. That's what you want to do, and you're going to want to save this, and we'll show you how to do that in just a second. Down at the bottom, you're going to see iWebatool back office. That's where you basically are going to go. 90% of the time, that's the box you're going to click on. Your iWebatool subscriptions and ICB login is where you manage your subscription. Whether you're right now in it for $1, at some point you will probably want to upgrade. Everybody does, and but right now the lower box is where you would click to log in. So what you want to do, oh, excuse me, you're going to want to save your ICB login to your favorites. And so I created a screen here so you can see that. So at the top, pretty much everybody has kind of the same screen. At the top, you're going to have a little star. In everybody's system might be just a little bit different, but you're going to have favorites on it. You're going to click on that. It'll give you the option to save this. And what you'll see if you look down at the second arrow, say member login, iWebAtool, that's what you want. And you want to save it to your favorites. That way, anytime you forget, where do I go again? You just go here and you click on that link, you open up your favorites, and you'll see that. And you can, you know, if you haven't done this, you can work with your favorites. You can actually click on it and you can drag it, you can move it up to the top if you want to have it at the top to save that. So please note, and this is important, is that the iWeb marketing system is a product that iClubBiz or ICB is bringing to the marketplace. This is something that is important that you understand. You will notice that on your credit card statement, since you just paid your dollar, that it will show an ICB on your card statement or on your bank statement. So when you go to balance your checkbook and you'll go into your check registry with the bank, you'll see ICB on there as the seller. So just make that mental note so you don't go, hey, wait a minute, what's this? I don't think I paid that. What's a dollar? Because a lot of times fraud companies or scammers, they'll hit your account for $1 just to test it out. And then if you don't catch it, then they'll come back and go, hey, let's hit it for $300 or $400, or they might even do $20 or $30 and they go up. So just know that that is for real, and ICB is the seller. So now what we want to do is, you know how to get into log in. And so when you click on that, this is where it's going to take you, your back office. And you'll notice that yellow arrows pointing to personal information. That's one of the first things that we want you to do, is you want to go here into your personal information and you're going to upgrade your profile. This just happens to be mine. And you'll see I've got my phone number in there, and I've got my email address, my company name, and I did upgrade my picture. I think it's important, if, you know, look at a lot of people go, I hate my picture. Well, it's okay. People like you just the way you are. We are our own worst critic, right? Aren't we? But the fact is, if you put a picture there, it helps because it identifies you, because the people that you are working with who know you, your associates, your friends, that you're going to introduce this business to, and I'll show you in a second, you're going to show up on their page because they're going to be using your page for the opportunities to log in and participate in those opportunities that you're in the system. Remember, everybody's going to do what you do. So the next thing is your landing pages, capture pages, and marketing system are already set up for you. This is all done for you. This is what's really cool, is that it's all done for you. You don't have to reinvent anything. You'll notice in my back office, you'll say members area gold. I became a gold member, and we're going to encourage people to do that as time goes on, become a gold member, because there's a lot of benefits to that. But this is where you would find your back office, just where you had your personal information. If you just move over to the middle of your screen, you'll notice that it says your landing pages. And so it's really important. This is important for everybody. So if you're watching, it's important. You want to save your sponsors page. Now, the guy that brought me into this business was Brian. And so I saved his page. You can see up at top where the red arrow is. I can click on that link, and it takes me to where the opportunities are that I would actually be joining and getting my referral link. And we'll talk more about that in a second, but it's important. So this is how you will participate in the different opportunities as we move forward through this program. So as I scroll down on that page, I know that I'm on the right page, because guess what? There's Brian's picture, and I know Brian, so I know that this is for real. So there's Brian's phone number, there's his email, and of course I can get a hold of Brian. Hey, Brian, I might have some questions. So this is just important for you to do, because people, when they are on your sponsor page for the different opportunities that they're going to be participating, they're going to want to know that they can get a hold of you if they have a question, an email, or whatever. So, that hopefully will help you. Now, and moving forward, your first opportunity link will go here on your profile page, and as you scroll down. So if you remember your profile page, if I can go backwards here, hang on just a second, we'll go back here. Here's your profile page. you're going to scroll down and you'll see down here it says additional fields and it continues on down. And you'll scroll down to where this is, and that's where you're going to put your links. And you'll do this many, many times. This is just to kind of get your whistle witted just a little bit. This is also in detail spelled out in your ICB checkbook. So don't worry. We go over this many, many times, and we also go over this in meetings so we can demonstrate it for you. But this is where your links for all your different opportunities that you're participating in will go. So just kind of make a mental note of that. It's on your profile page. You just scroll down. So, and this is a copy of the ICB Super Center, the checkbook. This is what you want. So again, before you get started, you want to make sure you download a copy for yourself. Make sure you print it out. And if you can't, like we said, make sure you get a hold of your sponsor. Let's go over just a few of the opportunities. This is not everything, but we want to talk about, because you said, hey, I want to know what to expect, Dan. So we're going to go over that. So the beauty in the ICB system is that the principle of 100% duplication, this is what makes everything work. It's like, the sheep leading the sheep, right? If 500 people jump off a bridge, is the last person going to jump off? Probably, because everybody else is. So followed by income from multiple streams of income. So this is all about the multiple streams of income and building this into a system. Jeff was the brains behind putting this all together. So ICP, it's a built in an opportunity that rewards you it has a built-in opportunity that rewards you as you build your team. So ICB in of itself is an opportunity. So, and now we'll talk more about that as we go. Last week, this is one of our opportunities. If you haven't heard of Acorn, they're a $13 billion company, and they're always looking to do promotions to try and bring more people into their investment opportunities. Right now, this past week, and you can see the data on there, if you squint just a little bit, you can see the data on this expires 11/9. So between now and 11/9, if I introduce 5, 10, 15, or 20 people, they're going to give me $5 as a referral fee for each one of those. You ever heard of a bank doing that for you? No, but this one does. Now, last week, their offer was if I enrolled 5 people, I'd get $800. And the week before that, which I missed, was if you enroll 4 people, you got $1,000. So each week, you never know what the promotion is going to be. So you just kind of log into your back office and you click on it, and it'll tell you what the promotion is for that week. But you can take advantages. I always tell people this is free money. So plus, as this money rolls into your Acorn account, they're going to give you other investment opportunities on what to do with that money. Here's an amazing opportunity, and I am a huge believer in this. If you have any concerns about your health, 75% of Americans are dehydrated. And what does that mean when your body's dehydrated? It means that your body's not performing at its optimum. Now, this is a little known fact that if your body is dehydrated, it means that your core cells in all the different functions of your body are not going to be performing. That means that no matter what you're doing, if you're taking in nutrients and vitamins and all these different things, your body's not going to absorb them because it can't, because it's not hydrated enough to work to absorb these vitamins into your system. So it is absolutely critical for all of us to learn how important it is to hydrate our bodies. And Manoj came up, he's the founder of the 5-hour energy drink. So the he's $25 billion is what they say he's worth. He is an amazing person. He donates hospitals in different countries, a lot of your third world countries. He's building hospitals. 98% of all his money he gives away to different organizations because that's just the kind of person he is. But he, through his research, found that there is a better way to get our bodies hydrated, and it's without salt, it's without caffeine, and it's without all these other things. So he invented this drink that we believe in the next 10 years it's going to be the #1 drink. Well, if it's going to be the #1 drink, I would want to be a part of that. So he is giving everybody an opportunity to play a role in that product. Here's another one of our amazing opportunities. If you haven't heard of Impact Health yet, it's well worth watching their videos and doing the research, and we will be training you and getting you involved. There is no license required to go with this thing. So anybody can do this because actually Impact Health has a complete staff of people that are on the phones, and they talk to your customers and go over their comparisons with their healthcare plan and everything else. But when is the last time you heard of a healthcare plan telling you not to make your payment in November, December because we have a surplus of money? If insurance companies do that, you know what they're doing with that money? They're giving the CEOs bonus money at Christmas time. This ain't this. So because Impact Health is a nonprofit, they're making changes. And so if you're in the insurance industry, if you're in the healthcare industry, if you're selling health insurance, this is something that you're going to really want to study hard and take a good look at. Here's the best part. Coming behind you in this whole system, you're going to have hundreds of people that are going to be selling this. Do you want to be part of that? Because they're going to be on your team. So take a look. Here's another opportunity, NFT Global. You get rewarded for referring clients. All of your team partners will be following in your footsteps. So naturally, you're going to see an influx of cash from referral fees. All of that goes into NFT Global. They're going to be paying you a percentage each day, which compounds. And we'll get into more of that later on as well. But this is just kind of to wet your whistle a little bit as far as what's coming your direction. Here's what I want to do. I want to just kind of go backwards just a little bit. I want you to understand the ICB system because it's what I'll tell you what Jeff put together is amazing. It's fun, it's fresh, and it's all based on a few different principles. So ICB is in of itself a business opportunity. We already talked about that a little bit, but they pay you monthly as you bring partners into the program. So let's just assume that you're going to start with 6 people, and this is what we always recommend: is start with 6 people, work on getting 6 people into your team before you go and proceed. And all of this will be, like I said, all of this is going to be laid out in your ICB checkbook. So this is just going to be kind of an overview to just kind of help walk you through and understand. So you put 6 of your friends, associates into the system, and you're going to start getting paid from the ICB opportunity. Now we have opportunity number 2, and as you start to progress, you're going to start working on opportunity number 2. You're going to participate, opportunity 3, opportunity 4, opportunity 5, and 6, and there's even more coming behind that. The cool thing about this, here's the beauty. Pay attention now. None of these opportunities really require any of your time because the system is doing it for you. That's what's remarkable. You bring a few people into this business and watch what happens, because they're going to go out and they're going to get 6 people. That's 36 people. And pretty soon, dropping to the next level, you have 216, 1,296. Remember, everybody's getting 6, 3,888 partners. And finally, as you start to progress through this program, you've got 23,328 partners in this system. Now, here's what's cool. Remember this. Everyone is following in your footsteps and using the ICB checkbook. That's the brilliance of what we're talking about here. So, you know, it's amazing because this isn't about one opportunity. It's about multiple streams of income with everybody following in the footsteps and doing the same thing. Everybody wins. So here's some important keys to remember. There is no limit to how many partners you can add to the system. Now, we do have people that will come to us and say, well, I'm just going to mass market the heck out of this thing. I don't recommend that. And I'll tell you why. Because it's not efficient. You're going to spend a lot of money doing it. You're going to spend a lot more time doing it. It is so much better to just have a conversation with somebody and say, hey, I've got an opportunity that I'd like you to look at. If find out if they need cash flow. Have a conversation with somebody. If they're having cash flow problems, would you be interested in a system that's not going to take any of your time, but it could start putting some cash into your pocket? I've got some I wouldn't mind sending over to you. So if you skip any of the steps, you know, and a lot we want people come to us and say, hey, what happens if I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that? That's fine. That's your prerogative. Just remember that the people that are coming behind you are going to hit those, and you will miss those opportunities of income. So we always encourage people, always hit the steps, because otherwise you will have steps that you won't get paid on. So not everybody's going to do what you do. Some will do a lot more, some will do a lot less. Can you imagine if somebody that's coming behind you puts in 3, 4, 500 people into the system? That's all part of your team. And so that's all part of what's going to be paying you. So to maximize your pay, we do recommend upgrading to the gold when you can. Now, you're not selling opportunities. Let me emphasize this. We really want to drive this home. You are not selling opportunities. What you are selling is a way for people to generate more cash flow. And it's by a system based on 100% duplication. That is it. That's the bottom line. Does that make sense? So moving forward, we have weekly, monthly, live webinars and training. Please make sure that you get these dates into your calendar. Make sure that you attend them as much as you can, because there's always things coming down the pipeline. Doing what we do with our system, it works, but it works because we're all being informed. So I'm going to wrap up with 3 really important things. Download and print your checkbook right away. If you haven't done it, get it done right away. That's number 1. Attend meetings as often as you can. That's number 2. And when introducing associates ICB, make sure you have a conversation with them first before putting them into the system. If you do that, everything is going to work really seamless. So that's our system. Hey, I appreciate you guys, jumping on this. It's been fun. And you can obviously watch this video over again. It's only about 26 minutes long, so it's not too bad. But you can watch it over and over as much as you need. But a lot of the same information and more detail is going to be in your checkbook. So guys, hey, thanks for doing this. I'm going to cut off now. We'll see you soon.